All right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. My name is Daisy Shane Goodwin. And in the next 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to share some information that has totally changed my family's life, our health, and not just for me, but for a bunch of people that are joining this revolution to learn about nutrigenomics. It's the future of preventative care. It's incredible. So I would love for you to go get a pen and a paper. I'm going to give you a few links to check out and let's get started. So my name, like I said, Daisy Shane Goodwin, calling all the way from the North Shore of Kauai. It is a gorgeous day here. I don't know where you are. I know a lot of people tune in kind of from all over the world. So also if you are watching the replay, welcome, welcome. And before I found this industry and these products, I was a professional athlete, and my husband and I had a wonderful run at it. We were able to do big things, make some money, travel the world, meet incredible people. But unfortunately, it's as great as it sounds to be a professional athlete. It's just like any other business and, any other job. And in 2008, when the economy crashed, we got our income cut in half. It was a shocker for sure. We sat down, we had one kid at the time. We had just bought our little dream property here on Kauai. And we said, what do you want to do? What should we do? We don't want to work for anyone else. So let's put all of our savings, which wasn't much, maybe 30K, maybe a little more, into a small business here. We can, work in our community. We can serve our community. We love good food. Let's have a cafe and make this work. Well, if you own a small business, it is not easy. We got paid last, if at all. The stress was unimaginable. It was 24/7, all day, every day, stress. And our feet were nailed to the floor. So forget about going on vacation and all that. And unfortunately, our overhead swallowed us, and we couldn't pay our employees anymore. We tried to work it, but it was hard. I had a baby at the time, pregnant with my second, and we had to shut the doors and get this close to filing for bankruptcy. And those were hard times, because then we had to go into survival mode. And unfortunately, money doesn't buy you happiness, but it sure helps. And it's unfortunately right up there with food, air, and water. And that's where we were. We were, hustling to just make ends meet, to pay the minimum credit card payment. I waitressed, I cleaned houses. My husband, he worked construction when he could, but the market here is pretty saturated with that. So it was hard times. We moved in with my in-laws. We shared a car. We had to, just the anxiety and all that started to creep into. And that's when I noticed that my health was really starting to take a toll. I had those dark, depressing thoughts, insomnia, full-on anxiety attacks all the time. It was rough. So we then got a weird opportunity to go around the world. I know this is a crazy story, but we went around the world, 18 countries with our 2 small children to shoot a movie. We weren't going to get paid, but we were going to get paid a little, but we were really just going for the experience and really to get away from the drowning of too much month at the end of the money. That was Groundhog Day for us every single month. And we went and we had a great time. And when we came back, we were living with my in-laws, and our dear friend was there. And he said, I got to talk to you about something. And he goes, I didn't want to worry you while you were traveling, but I've been battling a life-threatening ailment. And I didn't want to get lit up with chemo. I wanted to find the natural approach. And I was told to bring my glutathione up. Now, if you don't know what glutathione is, it is incredible, and so important for so many things like the detoxification of our cellular makeup. It's huge for the immune system, for strengthening it. And he said he found a product that raises it up 300%. So as you can imagine, I was all ears. I'm like, oh, I want to hear about this. And he goes, I got to get you to watch this video. Now, I don't know if you've ever had a network marketer approach you, but that's usually what they say. You got to watch this video, and it's a company done video, and it's, I don't know. I'm always just like that person that is so skeptical. I'm the person that will tell you you're wasting your money, you're joining a pyramid scheme. So I did that to my friend. I didn't even want to hear about it. I didn't want to watch the movie. He goes, this is different. This is different. So the first thing I'm going to have you write down, as funny as it sounds, is this video. Because when I finally did watch it, I realized, holy cow, this is something huge. So I want you to write down biohackandactivate.com. Biohackandactivate.com. Now what you're going to see here is an ABC primetime investigative report done in 2005. Do you guys remember that show? They would go in there to debunk, businesses for making claims that, were false. And there was always like, some guy leaving at the end, out the back of the door with a manila folder, all embarrassed. Well, this piece, these broadcasters, they go in there to debunk these scientists, Elliott Crescent Awards, not just anybody, world-renowned scientists, for making a claim after they did a human study and found out that the flagship product Protandim that I'm going to share about was reducing oxidative stress on our cells by an average of 40% in 30 days. Now, why this is a very big deal is because oxidative stress is at the center of every single disease. So this is the first step in my understanding of nutrigenomics, and also understanding how network marketing, when it's done right, can be the most amazing way for people not only to do business, but to exist and to have a purpose. So let me share a couple slides with you. I didn't know what oxidative stress was when I first signed up. So this is the best I can do. It really helps with the visual, but when you have an apple and you cut it in half, you put it on a counter, it turns brown. That's exactly what's happening with our cells as we age. And as you see, it is the beginning and at the center of all human disease and the causes of aging. So when you look at oxidative stress, it affects everything from the skin to all our organs, to the joints, brain, immune system. And, unfortunately, we can't do much to combat oxidative stress. As you see here, you could eat 11 pounds of blueberries or 375 oranges. That's not going to happen. That's just not a viable thing. Maybe 87 glasses of wine. No, I don't think I'd do that either. I did read a study that just said that if you eat 3.5 pounds of broccoli sprouts, you can open up this pathway called the NRF2 pathway. Or you could take 1 pill of Protandim. And I want you to focus on this, because what happens is these guys go in to debunk these scientists, and they can't distinguish an 80-year-old's blood from a 20-year-old's blood after being on this product. Now, what got my attention is it's all natural. I'm huge about that. No side effects, all of that. These herbs are all incredible on their own. I had actually tried all these herbs and never felt any different, never had any crazy health benefits where I was noticing. But what happened was, after watching this ABC Primetime and John Quinones going in there and getting his blood drawn and seeing that his oxidative stress goes down 45% in 2.5 weeks, my little ears perked up. And I wouldn't try the product because it was in the network marketing business, arena. But I let my, I didn't let him, he did it. My husband starts taking the product. And he notices huge difference in his health pretty much immediately. Same with my father-in-law. So I buy into the business to save on shipping, send some to my dad, who's the most unhealthy person I know, smokes Camels, drinks Jolt soda, eats fast food all the time, and same thing. He called me back going, "What is this stuff? I want my workers on this." He says, "I haven't felt this good since I was in my 20s. So yeah, once my dad said, that was my third-party validation, I got on the product. Immediately, more energy, sleeping like a baby. It took about 3 months, but all my little aches and pains went away. And that's because of this NRF2 pathway that this product opens up. It is unbelievable. So let me tell you the rest of the story. This thing airs. They're on the shelves at GNC and High Health. Over 2 million orders go through when they watch this video. You'll see, go watch it. There's all these doctors from Harvard and different people, explaining how this is really such an incredible way to fight aging and to really rebuild our cells. So this company, publicly traded company, tries to ramp up production. 2 million orders went through that night. And, these guys, I think, had 40,000 bottles in stock. They didn't have the infrastructure to handle that demand. So over time, what happens is they try infomercials, they try all these different ways to advertise this, but nobody watches. I mean, I definitely would think that sounded too good to be true. And you're probably saying the same thing right now, which I get. So here's the kicker, though, is all these universities and organizations saw that ABC Primetime. They also noticed and understood Dr. Joe McCord being such a world famous scientist. So they started to do their own independent research. So I want you to go to this website, pubmed.gov. That's the next thing I want you to write down, pubmed.gov. I'm going to show you the site so you know when you're at the right page. This is the National Institute of Health. This is not Google. This is not Wikipedia. You cannot pay to have, your information on here. But I want you to look at this search bar and I want you to type in oxidative stress, which is what we take down 40% and on an average, and anything you can think of that's coming at you. Now, the FDA does not allow us to say that we can cure or mitigate any disease or treat it, but this is what got me on board. Is I typed in oxidative stress and Alzheimer's, oxidative stress and depression, all these things that I knew I had coming at me because, hereditary wise, arthritis, heart disease, all of it is linked. So you can go and create your own story and fact check me, but this is big, big stuff. Mainly because most people will not do a cleanse. They will not stick to their workout regimen 2 weeks after New Year's. They won't read ingredients or stick to an all organic diet, but people will take a pill. So keep that in mind when I focus on the business in a minute. But check this out. 1960, nobody knew about this. But look at what's happening. There are 1,800 studies added to this oxidative stress category on the US National Library of Medicine every month. This is going to be a household name. And you can also look at all the peer-reviewed research. So when that aired and all these, Harvard, Texas Tech, American Heart Association, when they recognized Dr. Joe McCord, they did their own independent research. That's the kicker why I'm still here. That is why people like doctors and scientists join our company, people that would never do network marketing. It is attracting people that decide that this is where they want to start to learn how to get this message across. It's huge. And look at this. Look at who's backing us. There are 26 peer-reviewed research studies on our flagship product. So 2009 rolls around. They don't know what to do. They're like, we're going to debt. We can't get people to buy this product. So they hire someone and they say, what do we do? Now, this business advisor said, have you thought of network marketing? Now, these guys were probably more skeptical than me and on the business model. And they said, no, we're not doing network marketing. And they said, but you have a story that needs to be told. Just like you're watching this today, if you're watching the replay or you're doing live, you're here today because someone invited you that you trust enough to say, I'll support you, I'll listen. Or maybe it's a step further. Maybe you have an ailment that you're suffering with that you don't want to, go down the rabbit hole of pharmaceuticals. Or maybe you already are, but you just want to get your body to be as healthy as possible. So please do your research and go and look. Our company is absolutely incredible. I am more fired up than I ever have been because we have products. We have one that rebuilds the mitochondrial function, which is the powerhouse of the cell. We have another product that literally takes all the trash out, the sirtuins, takes all of it out, raises that up by 100%. These are not just throw spaghetti on the wall products. We have an energy drink that literally has no sugar, nothing bad in it, and is brain food. The stories that I hear daily, the testimonials that come back from people on these products are unbelievable. I love it. Louisiana State University did a study on our skin being the largest organ, and they said, hey, we really think that this is big, this NRF2. We need to see if you could do an outside-in approach since you have mastered the inside-out approach with these products. So they made a skincare that repairs your dermis level. We only have a handful of products, but for me, it's huge because I'm not a salesperson, but I'm extremely honest. And what I love is to see people get help with their health. And I remember those dark days when I would get anxiety attacks to even go and check the mail. I remember when I would have the darkest thoughts and just never be able to get out of it, even though I'm in Hawaii, the most beautiful day, and I still am depressed. And these products have changed my life. I cannot talk about them enough. But I am going to switch gears because of time, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the business, showing you one more slide though. Check this out. This is the Washington State University, what they say about Protandim and NRF2. That it's likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. That NRF2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health and medicine. Now that is my leading into the business, because you heard what I said. People won't take themselves seriously with, changing their whole lifestyle or their regimen to eat better. And all of that. Most people won't even drink more water. But what I've seen is that people will take a pill. And that that's a big deal when you're talking about business, especially if their health changes and if they're feeling a lot better like me and a whole bunch of other people. Now, let me talk a little bit about network marketing because like I said, was a skeptic of all skeptics. If you're here today saying, there is no way that I'm going to listen to this blonde girl on Kauai about doing a business, network marketing, I get you. That was me. But let me just share a little bit about network marketing. One of the fastest growing industries in the world right now. They are above organic food. They're above the music industry, the movie industry. And why is because a lot of people want to just make a little extra. I read back in 2008, and right now it's a crazier situation than 2008. As you know, this pandemic has rocked the entire world. But people are looking for another way to create a little bit of income. So bear with me and listen, if this is not for you, that's fine. I'm not here to push you into anything. I'm here to just share my story and show you this option that is changing so many people's lives. So if it's not for you, be open. I can guarantee you, 5 or 10 people that are tripping on their life right now and have no way out, shutting down their businesses, gonna have to foreclose on their house. So just listen for the next 5 minutes and then we'll be done. Now, why I decided to do network marketing is because I had to sit down and look around me, and everyone that tried these products wanted more. And I knew that if there was a way to actually get compensated for just sharing information and not being attached, I had to look into it. And I thought about the last Netflix series that I watched that so many people watched and, or I watched and I shared with so many people. But guess what? Sorry, my son's here. Come here. Real life, guys. I'm going to 5 minutes. Baby.
Can I call Ari?
5 minutes.
Thank you.
Real life. This is how we do it. But what was I talking about? Netflix. Yeah. So, I put it on Facebook when I like a series. I tell everybody about it, but I don't get a free subscription next month. I don't even get 10% off my bill. Or what about the restaurant that we go to and we love and we tell, 15 people about it? Some of you may even post that on Facebook. You don't even get a free iced tea when you go back. So when network marketing is done right, it's a very big deal because you get compensated on the front end and the back end. Now, this is also hard to find in this industry to get both being really strong. But what I loved about this company when I started to look is it's for real. We win compensation plan awards for being the most generous in the industry. So a little bit about this so you can kind of understand. When you're looking at network marketing, timing's everything. You don't want to join unless you're a crazy rock star salesperson if the market is saturated. So when you look at numbers, if you can be one of the first 150,000 people involved in a company like this, they say it's an opportunity of a lifetime. You have that S curve. If any of you went to school and studied business, there's the S curve. Now, Peter Drucker wrote it. If you can get in early, they say it's an opportunity of a lifetime. So, I definitely took note of that because we have like 88,000 distributors worldwide. We're only in a couple dozen countries. So that got my attention. Also, you have to have a consumable product that nobody knows about. Hello, there's also no competition. You can't buy this anywhere. You have to know someone that has it. And so that got my attention. That's what really made me decide to look deeper into this. And what I loved about this is the front end, you guys, you get 40% back in your pockets daily, every single, hold on really quick, guys. Can you please go away? Isn't this fun, this no school thing? Oh my gosh, I'm just like, when is school gonna get back? You get 40% back next week or daily once you hit a certain rank, an early rank. That's huge. You also make something called a matching bonus where you're gonna get 10% of whoever you bring in. So it goes like this, right? Your neighbor signs up, he decides, oh my gosh, I love this product, I love all these products, I need to get my family on them, joins the business. Then he signs up his doctor signs up his wife signs up, the other neighbor and his sister. That's how it works, you guys. You don't know who knows who knows who. And that's the incredible part about this, is it grows and grows without you because people want to feel better. People want to make more money. So all of a sudden you're just you and you start to get this little army, but you're going to make 10% of your neighbor, 5% of the doctor, 5%, 5%, 5%. So you're basically getting compensated to train and teach the right behavior. There's also something called an elite bonus. Now, if you have something like this going on, turn the computer off, but I've never seen anything like this. Now, when you hit the elite ranks of Pro 7 to Pro 10, you're going to global profit share in everything sold on the planet. And as this company grows, as it is, slow and steady, these bonuses are going to be gigantic. Now, my one Pro 8 bonus, just from the elite bonus, by sharing in 2% of everything sold in the world, pays for our mortgage. A house, 300 yards from the beach here on Kauai. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that because let's just show you what people make in this. Now, again, this is not for everybody, but if you're looking for another way to build income, you're not a salesperson and you just want to, you want to do something in the nooks and crannies and create a wheel to spin without you, you better look at this company. Now check this out. Pro 3, $626 a month. That's the average. Not huge, but back in 2008, $300 would have kept most people in their house and not having to foreclose their house. So I got to Pro 3 pretty quick. A lot of people do. It's a easy rank to get to, by just putting one foot in front of the other, plugging into the system that this company has. An incredible system, by the way, super simple. But then you get to Pro 5. Check this out. Pro 5 is $3,000 extra a month. That got us back into our house. I don't know what you do with $3,000, but that's a nice chunk of change coming in every single month. My good friend that joined this business just shared with me that her check every month is more than she makes as a teacher, and it's paying for her mortgage. So yeah, incredible. Someone else that was totally skeptical. And then you get to Pro 7, and this is what I wanted you to focus on. These are the elite ranks. Now, this is more than doctors and lawyers make in our country. People that went to school that maybe even still have debt. Look at this. It took me about 18 months to get to Pro 7, little over 2 years to get to Pro 8. This is life-changing money. And it's not about all the money you make. This is about the freedom of choice that this gives you. We don't know what the future is going to hold. We have no idea. But if you can create money to come in every month on the 15th, yes, that is a huge, huge thing. So I just want you to go and do your research. I'm getting all fired up because let me tell you, there are no opportunities out there like this. There's a lot of network marketing companies, but go and fact check me. Get your questions answered. We can send you videos. Go and look at our compensation plan. Go look at how generous it is. And I'll tell you, your one yes, it's crazy what can happen. Now there's over 16,000 people in my organization. And guess what? I built this on the nooks and crannies in my life, just like everybody else on our team. My daughter naps. I plugged into the system. I reached out to people. I asked if they were looking for another stream of income. I asked them if they cared about their health and they wanted to invest in it. And most people do. So again, look, this is not for everybody. The product's absolutely for every mammal. I have story after story after story that I could tell you. But the business is for people that are sick of being sick and tired, for people that don't want to worry about what the next 5 years is going to happen. And this company is going to hit momentum. I have watched this company grow slow and steady. Now we have the most incredible corporate staff. I've watched the stock last year go from $1 to $15. I watched the LifeVantage ring the closing bell on the NASDAQ in Wall Street in January before the pandemic hit. Aaron Brockovich was just invited to our board of directors. This company is going places. It's just whether you want to jump on or not. And again, there's no pressure here. Get with the person that invited you. Tell them how you want to move forward. That's the only funny part when you decide to join the business. It's the follow-up, which can be tricky. So just be honest with whoever invited you. Let them know. If you're a guest and you saw an Instagram post that I did, find me on Instagram, message me. This is just the beginning of the conversation. I had a million questions, but I got them all answered. I joined this movement of better health, better financial well-being, and it's crazy what has happened. So thank you for joining me. I know that time is of the essence and it's the most precious thing we have and we can't get back. So thanks again, and y'all have a really good day, okay? Take care. Bye.